listen up, you beautiful bastards. I'm Insipid, and this is What the Hell Are You? What? What? Excuse? I guess teleport to the event. I mean, worst case scenario, when I teleport back, right? Not a big deal. But, I'm here. This is not part of the plan, by the way. This is not where we were going with this. I had a nice entire topic picked out, really. I guess we can just go ahead and thank Deep Down and Dirty Record Labels for being here. I've got these tokens that are cool, right? Those are good. Those will be super handy. Not a single clue where I got them from, but I've got them. It looks like this is the thing, right? Light them, please. Nailed it. If I go over here, do I talk to you? No. Do I talk to you? No. Talk to Joey. Joey, my dear boy. Handing in the currency will increase your progress and unlock unique rewards, so remove any currency from your bag and pouch. Yes? Great, yes. Let me introduce myself. Hello, Joey. I am Joey, the renowned cape designer, and this is my cape festival for Runecapers. I also like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. If you like pina coladas and making memes every day. Gotta be honest though, I'm not really into yoga. It's just not my sort of thing. Nice to meet you, Joey. I'm so glad that we designed my character the way we did, because I keep forgetting that I have a giant purple fro, and then suddenly I'm in the middle of a conversation like this, and boom, there we go. Tell me about the event. It's really simple. I want you to prove to me that you are worthy of wearing my ostentatious capes. If you want to wear my cloak of might design, you're going to have to go out and get your hands dirty. Doesn't matter what combat style you're using, just give me the tokens of might you find. Or if you're feeling a bit more passive and want to wear my cloak of talents design, and head on out and get skilling, gathering, artisan, whether you like. It's just bring me more tokens of talent that you find along the way. Okay. Then you are truly dedicated if you manage to get enough tokens for both my designs, and you will be deemed worthy to wear my finest creation, the Cloak of Proficiency. Goodbye, sir. So I'm gonna start off by just popping right over here, real fast. Let's light it and just pump these out real quick fast. And then, if you didn't notice, we just ended up with 24 more of those coins. So, as it happens, this is a skilling account. Frequently, we're doing our good old grinding, as it were. I am curious as to how much he wants us to do. This is an event, meaning they want people to get it done like in a day or so. And so we can do this really fast. We can come on over here and light off some more of these logs, see how much we can get with what we had right there. From what we've seen so far, a load of logs being set on fire will get us about 50 tokens. There's the question then of how many tokens do we need to finish the event. Now, from what I saw, level up nice, we should have, Joey, come here. Joey, baby, darling. Yes. What do I do for you today? Oh, yeah, take care. Good. I saw another thing, like it was telling us that there was a certain amount of progress that we had on the event right here. Yeah, so I have 51 out of 1,000, meaning that I would need to get a total of 1,000 of these tokens to pull that off. One load is approximately 50 tokens, so 2 loads is 100. 20 loads of wood would get us the talent cape, right? Right there. Tokens of talent. Now, that does mean, of course, we could switch over and do some murder. Murder is fine, too. I would have to choose where to do that. I would also need to figure out where the heck I am. Is this Edgeville? This looks a little bit on the Edgeville side of things. Got a map I can pull up here. Where have you stowed me? Lumbridge? Makes sense. Okay. Holiday event. Right about there. Yeah. What? Oh, nice. They're like showing me the areas. I would teleport back to here if and I could. I can teleport. Do it. So I'll go back there. I'll continue my farming good times. I guess that means I get to just show off today just this current event going on. I'm not sure how long it's going on, but getting that basic information tucked away together, nothing wrong with that. We're gonna mosey on over this way. Anytime. Obviously, we're gonna want to try and focus on the same type of coins. We want to get as many of the coins of one type as possible, because if we're doing both, then we're gonna fall to the problem of getting halfway done with either and not accomplishing anything. Probably should have dropped by the bank really quick, dropped off some of this stuff, maybe buried some bones, because we had dumped all of our XP boosting into prayer. I did that specifically because in prior characters that I've done, prayer is the biggest pain in the booty to get leveled up. So I am more than happy to give myself an edge now. Otherwise, I would go ahead and put rune crafting, kind of a almost even tier. The difference, of course, is that the rune crafting one can end up taking you into the wilds, which keeps things, minimally interesting, if nothing else. Probably not going to be taking any excursions out there anytime soon. Already got 27 right there, and that's just from chopping it. That might mean that one full cycle of chopping and burning would get us 100 coins. 10 full cycles means that we get to have the cape. That's pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable. In one of my usual videos of just kind of jabbering at you guys, I can sometimes get 2 or 3 loads done, depending on how prolific I'm being at that given time. Luckily, I suppose, for me, this was in the end meant to be more of an introductory video to a series of videos that I want to do with you guys concerning biological mandates. Now, I do want to be able to come back to this topic because I'm more than certain that more information is going to come available to me. I'm going to get more ideas about the topic that I want to kind of consolidate. And then in the end, I might do addendum videos on the ones that I am currently going to be doing. But I wanted to go ahead and get a rough outline of what I mean by biological mandates. These are things that people do across time and culture that are pretty much pervasive to the nth degree in human behavior. There are always things that we do that fall into these categories, and it's not something that's culturally divisive, it's just something that's culturally the truth. It's one of those things about being an animal that, when you put it in the context of society, these are the things that you're going to see and you have to deal with. I'm not talking about legislate, I'm not talking about regulate, I'm talking about dealing with, because we are human and we have to expect certain behaviors to manifest, okay? Okay, that's just us being fair to each other. Let's go ahead and try and make sure that we're doing ourselves and each other some favors. What are those biological mandates? You might not be surprised that some of them are biologically oriented. We're talking about eating, sleeping, getting a fluid, being sheltered. But those things, of course, correspond with many other aspects of biological mandates that you have to keep in mind. For those alone, removal of waste, or waste generation, is a more accurate statement. Removing the waste is a societal side effect, where we end up going, well, gosh golly, there is a quotient of our populace, this is always true, always will be true, that is not disposing of their waste the way we would like them to. How do we solve this problem? And then we go into the question, legislation, regulation, service providing. And so, that's just something you have to keep in mind, is that no matter what culture you end up in, as animals, we produce waste, and therefore you have to be ready to take care of that problem. You can privatize it, you can make it a government function, you can push it downward and make it a civilian responsibility. But those are some of the things that we're going to be looking at. Other things, companionship. The fact that we inherently strive to be together. We desire to take the companionship of others of our species. We desire to take companionship of other mammals who are more tolerant of us than sometimes our peers. I'm talking about pets, cats, dogs, etc. But I would still refer to that as companionship. Another dimension of companionship. I'm going to toss it under it as an umbrella. I didn't want to leave it as a separate item because it really, I don't view it as being particularly separate because it fulfills many of the same biochemical roles. Sex. Shocking, I know, but we, as part of our sense of companionship, enjoy having sex together. It is a biological mandate. No matter what culture you're looking at, you're going to find people having sex. Period. You're going to find people seeking companionship with each other. Period. This is not a question. This is not a quiz. This is me telling you that this is something you're going to find across all cultures. Next one, death. You're going to find that people are dying. Sorry, biological mandate. It's part and parcel with being mortal. All right? So that's just, again, it's like keeping in mind, what does it mean to have a large group of people who are alive together, and what must happen? And so, I mean, those are the main lists that I'm worried about. Good. Yes, that covers the big ones. There's one more that I have a question mark next to that I wanted to bring up and kind of put out there. And for me, I put it as worry. Just being worried about stuff. Every society, every culture has an amount of worrying about things. Worrying about getting enough food. Worrying about getting into shelter. Worrying about predators. And that is something that, in the end, is just kind of, I suppose, what we would call stress or anxiety. And there's always a quotient of your society that will be experiencing that kind of ongoing anxiety, that worry about things. It doesn't matter how much security they've built for themselves, you're going to have people that are actively worrying about that. And that I would like to go ahead and kind of put into a general area of mental health, wherein every culture, every society has just a frequency of mental health issues. Some societies do more to kind of cover the instances of anxiety and stress for its people, where it goes, yes, we get that you're worried about these things, that you're worried about blank, blank, and blank, and we're here to help you with that. And we're going to provide services if you are such an anxious person that you need more help. We'll talk to you about that. We're not going to ignore that, in every society there is an amount of mental health issues that needs assistance. Now that can be, that can manifest as actual biological functions that are errant relative to neurotypical design. That can range anywhere into autistic levels, but kind of that otherwise the mental state of humanity, wherein we engage in self-trouble. But that's one of the reasons why I have a question mark next to it. All these other ones are very, very clear, very measurable even. But trying to get at the kind of amorphous problem of worry and mental health in a society, that's way more challenging. But at the same time, it has to be recognized that every society has those instances and has to have functions in place to deal with it. Sometimes the solution is to pretend that it's not there. If I was to make a speculative statement, that does result in a lot of homelessness in a society. But that is something that I want to do a whole lot more research on personally before I made that accusation. There are other associations that can be commented upon in that correlation, in that there is a heavy prevalence of mental health issues among the homeless, but we can't know which direction that goes. I'm not going to make any correlative statements one way or another. That said, I am very glad that we had a chance to talk about that kind of preemptive conversation about this range of topics that I want to go over. Because there's a whole lot to discuss. I thought about doing one episode, just flat out an episode on the biological mandate, but that would take way too long, and I don't want to try and crunch that into one episode. Each of these topics has its own value to it, and I want to try and cover them the best I can at an individual level. And so I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing if we can get done with this event. There's a whole lot to get. We got 100 right there. I think we confirmed that we got about 50 before, so we're at 150 now out of 1,000. Not a bad clip, not a bad bit of work. We'll see if we can't get the event done as we go over these video topics. But until then, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next time. Big ol' thank you, of course, to the supporters right over here. Boop. These guys, these are the people that make these streams as big as possible. With that, it's been real. It's been fun. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Take care, everybody.